The history of the entire internet. Take 2. The internet was created to guide missiles. But I'm talking about big fandoms and memes. Things that shaped our current world and internet. And it all starts in 1995. This is where Newgrounds was created. A website where people could create and share games and animations. In 2005, YouTube is created. I don't think I need to give you an introduction to that. Me at the Zoo talks about elephants. And in 2007, Total Drama Island is introduced. And around 2008, people really started to do stuff on Newgrounds. This is the origin of Smiling Friends, Salad Fingers, Ed's World, Animation vs. Animator, and Among Us. In 2009, Homestuck is started. It's this really cool webcomic where stuff just happens and it doesn't really need to be explained. And the music is made by this guy named Toby Fox, but he's probably not really ever going to be important. But anyways, there's these characters called trolls, and they're gray, and here's what they look like. They're gray people, and they're not important for now. But anyways, in 2010, BFGI starts, and it's inspired by Total Drama Island. But I'm going to pause and reel it back because we did not talk about any of the memes, only the big fandoms and communities, so let's talk about those. In 2006, on 4chan, somebody created a filter that replaced the word egg with duck, so if you said egg roll, it would turn into duck roll. And in 2007, everyone was hyped about the new GTA 6, so when somebody posted a link for a trailer, it was just Rick Astley, and that's why we have Rick rolling today. And in 2011, we get Nyan Cat. Yay! And now that we're caught up on our memes, let's keep going. Remember the Homestuck trolls? Yeah, somebody decided to cosplay as them, but again, they have gray skin, so you need to have your skin gray to cosplay as them. So they decided, oh wait, I have a bath, alcohol, and Sharpies. So how about I fill up in a bath with mostly water, but then how about I add in a bunch of Sharpies and alcohol, and the results were so horrid that body paint is banned at most conventions. In 2012, Psy made Gangnam Style, and we also got number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. We also got the Lorax 3D, the 3D animated movie. On to 2013, Florida Man started going crazy, and people did the Harlem Shake. Yeah, and shit, that's all I put in. And in 2014, Five Nights at Freddy's was released, and Minecraft really started going really mega viral on social medias. And not only that, but Markiplier also screamed about the Bite of 87. And MatPat thought Five Nights at Freddy's was based on an actual shooting at a Chuck E. Cheese that happened. R.I.P. And 2015, online gamers really started to get big on YouTube, like Jacksepticeye, Corey X Kenshin, and Markiplier, all playing Five Nights at Freddy's and other games that were popular at the time. And hit indie RPG Undertale changes RPGs in a huge way, because by killing a monster, you are actually killing a person. They had a family, a life, and friends. And Undertale introduces pacifist run to RPGs, and it's made by that Toby Fox guy from earlier. Okay, never mind, I guess he was important. In 2016, we got bottle flipping, Lorax, Let It Shine, Let It Grow, something stuff, Pokemon Go, and a really good Rooster Teeth show called Camp. Damn, Daniel and Harambe, R.I.P. Harambe, and Ohio became a meme, but it wasn't really that popular that much. We are number 1. And the Undertale community sucks because they're shipping grown men with children. And also back to Ohio real quick, that's going to become popular later. We have killer clowns on the show. In 2017, mascot horror becomes way bigger with Bendy, Hello Neighbor, and Granny, and FGTV is at its peak. ASDF movie releases Beep Beep I'm a Sheep, and Birds Aren't Real and Boyfriends Get Distracted. Both of those are memes, and fidget spinners have become huge. By the way, the birds are drones by the government, and Hollow Knight is released by Team Cherry, yay, and they're also going to make Silksong, and Fortnite is introduced, and Jack Sober's awesome. Yes, Silksong, yay, it's going to be a DLC. Wubba-dub-dub from Rick and Morty, Ultra Instinct, Shaggy, of all things, and again in Knuckles, he asks, do you know the way? And in 2018, Mascot Horror gets one more icon and a bunch of nice stuff. Baldi teaches us some lessons about education and learning, yay. And we get Bongo Cat and Big Chungus. Wow, PewDiePie kills T-Series with lasagna. A bunch of crabs have a rave. They did surgery on a grape. Oh my god, they did surgery on a grape. And I get diagnosed with ligma, sadly. And if you don't know what that is, then just ask in the comments. Logan Paul finds something in the forest, oh no, and Mr. P starts giving people money, and fun fact, he was born in Kansas, in Wichita. I'm from Kansas. And the song Old Town Road gets popular. Somebody sings the Skibbity song, and keep that in mind for later. And somebody touch my spaghetti. And people can't decide if the guy is saying Yanny or Laurel, even though he's saying Laurel. And YouTube releases YouTube Rewind 2018, and everyone hates, Controls Rewind. And finally, the internet's favorite recurring side character, Toby Fox, releases Deltarune, but people don't play it that much. On to 2019, The Backrooms is made. It's like a liminal space thing. I'll get to that in a bit. And Billie Eilish reveals that she's a bad guy. Oh, duh. But anyways, people start screaming, "Aw, man," because of creepers. Aw, man. And people start gritting and making liminal spaces. Wow. People plan to raid Area 51. Oh, nice. And Raid Shadow Legends exists for some reason. Not sponsored, because they sponsor everyone. And small little virus called COVID-19 starts spreading. But, it's probably not going to become a big thing. It's probably just oh no, this thing is happening for now. Now on to 2022. Yay. Oh, shit, never mind. That virus thing actually became huge, and now we're stuck in quarantine. Oh, God. But at least we can play Among Us. Yeah, remember Newgrounds? The creator started on that, and people start dancing with coffins. Now everything has an anti-piracy screen for some stupid reason, but I'm going to pause and reel it back again. So remember Newgrounds all the way back to, in 2008? This is when Zach Hadel started making a lot of stuff on Newgrounds. And here in 2020, he gets his own adult swim show called Smiling Friends. Wow. A few Newgrounds, people that started on Newgrounds get their stuff, really big. Oh, 2021. We are no longer in quarantine anymore. Yay, but you gotta get vaccinated or else you're gonna get COVID again. People start calling ice cream Bean Chalene for some reason, and the calculator gets a switchboard. Oh my god, yay, I've been waiting for that for so long. iShowSpeed starts streaming and screaming and barking. But something else with iShowSpeed is that during a stream, somebody says, "Please, Speed, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless." So, you just remember that. People start saying Riz. Fuck you. I hate Riz. And 455 people compete in Squid Games, and Deltarune Chapter 2 releases by, guess who? Toby Fox. Finally, on to 2022. People start singing about Whoppers, and Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. People start using pink sauce, and Megan gets released. And finally, a kid sings about corn. Alright, recording this later, and now on to 2023. Let's go. Josh Hutcherson whistles. And, but don't drink the Grimace Shake. Just don't, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of dumb. iShowSpeed shows his iShow meat. Looks maxing and mewing happens. Why? A guy sings 1, 2, back of my shit. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Jack Black singing about peaches. Remember Jack Black singing about food for later, by the way. Winnie the Pooh becomes a horror movie. And finally, Skibbity Toilet and Sigma become memes. Now on to 2024. The Costco guys, AJ and Big Justice, get popular. People will play dressed to impress with their baddies. By the way, I'm speed blitzing this. KSI goes from the screen to the ring to the pen to the king, along with Lunchley. Whoops, dropped it. And a chicken nugget with a Roblox man face singing Cotton Eye Joe gets popular. The song's pretty good, but the meme's kind of stupid. Finally, we're on to 2025. Squid Game Season 2 gets popular. So does the Minecraft movie. And Jack Black sings about lava chicken. Told you to remember that. And during the chicken jockey scene in the Minecraft movie, people scream and make a huge mess in the theater. And Italian brain rot gets really popular. Along with Italian brain rot, a lot of AI slop gets popular, but deep in the internet, there are whispers about something big at the end of this year. It's clear that something big is happening, but we just don't know what. But also, Season 3 of Squid Game gets released. Memes are now niche, and here are some. Some kid sings about chicken stars. Bart Simpson also says, "Domer," And famous TikToker Cabby Lame gets a mechanism made of him. And in the original song from the video, in the song from the original video, it sounds like somebody saying Brother Noah. So Brother Noah is also now a meme. It is also revealed that the event at the end of the year is the Great Meme Reset, but we still have a bit more to go. Like literally one, I don't know. Roblox rant channels become big for some fuck-ass reason and take over more. And after loads of waiting, it's now New Year's. The Great Meme Reset has happened, but did it actually? Because nothing feels different and nothing really looks different. Either way, this has been the timeline of the entire internet. Alright, so that was the timeline. I'm gonna keep that. I'm just gonna edit some of the words because some of them are kind of I kind of said them weird, so yeah. But yeah, I got inspired to make this after in media literacy. I think it was media literacy. My teacher said that at the end of the year we're gonna be like closer to the end, we're gonna be learning about history of the internet from like a technological standpoint. And it's only gonna be for a week, but he said that it's pretty boring. So I was like, it wouldn't be boring if I made one from like an actual like more fandom perspective. So I did that. It's like from a bit more of a cultural perspective, with things that made a big impact, like Homestuck. Now there were some things I forgot to go over, so just in the comments, put whenever they happened, and you can look through the comments if you manage to find any to get those. But yeah, I've been talking for a bit now, and I'm gonna go and add the finishing touches. This has been Gabe, and this has also been another Bare Minimum Studios production. This is Gabe, signing off.